Annie, are you okay? Say, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Would you tell us that you're okay? I'm good. Good morning, world. I'm good. Good morning, world. It's your girl, Mawnin Spinelli, and I'm coffee zooted again. I'm ready to lay this news down, okay? It is New Year's Eve. Your girl is trying to get out of here a little bit early so I can go home and do more cleaning. My mother was very adamant about not having any laundry and having a clean house to bring in the new year. So just got a little stuff to do. Take it easy. Your girl clean on a weekly basis. I just gotta, I know there's like one or two things I gotta do. And then tomorrow I'm going to Texas. Yeah. I'm going to Texas for the Passion Conference with my church group, and I'm so freaking excited. But you know what I am not? I'm not packed to go. So with that said, I've got a boatload of things to do, and because I'll be at the conference, I have to get news ready for the days that I'm not here. So yeah, it's one of those days. So Annie, are you okay? I think I'm okay. Hold on, let me disconnect from the Wi-Fi. There we go. All that to say, I need to wet my whistle and lay this news down. Let me get to it. All right. Me and my big sippy cup are ready to lay this news down. Hold on, am I ashy? Let me put on a little lotion. Hold on, yo. All right, I'm good. I'm good now. You gotta be moisturized to be a smooth criminal. It's one of those days, y'all. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm in high spirits. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. I'm in high spirits and I am excited. I feel like I'm always excited though. There's always something to be excited about. I'm just very excitable, I guess. All that to say, let's get this news done. Annie, are you okay? All right, let's do it. Come on now. Me. There we go. Mic is on. The mic is hot. Woo. Hey, Miss Tab. I'm on one today, Miss Tab. All right, let's go. Let's read this news. Can you tell my mouth is healing up? I'm telling you. I'm almost done with them antibiotics. The swelling has gone down. My wisdom tooth is feeling much better. All right. And your girl finally got her eyebrows done. I finally found somebody who can consistently be my eyebrow lady at a reasonable price. Because in New Jersey, I was getting my eyebrows stringed by the Indian ladies for anywhere from $3 to $5. And then I would tip them well. So they made, anywhere from $8 to $10, but it's the point. And then they had punch cards. So if you came a certain amount of times, the last one was free. And they did amazing work. I'm not really into wax like that, but I can't even find Indian food around here. Never mind an Indian lady who's going to string my eyebrows for $5. So, we're back to wax, and I'm paying a little bit more than I wanted, but the lady did really good work. And, eyebrows really shape the face. Look at my face. Look at my face. Right? It's clean. It's good. Like, I'm talking about the brow. They clean. They good. So I'm good. When you like what you see in the mirror, you really just be on 100,000 trillion. So, all right, let's lay this news down. All right, let's do it for real. because I really got other things to do. I gotta get tissues in here. That's my New Year's resolution, to get some tissues in here. And I'll be blowing my nose on the chat, and y'all just gonna have to be upset. Straight like that. It doesn't make me less of a lady. It makes me freaking breathable. But all that to say, let's lay this news down. State health officials with the Kentucky Department of Public Health have announced the death of a child due to the flu virus. Health officials said this is the first pediatric flu death of the season. Reports said the child lived in Kenton County and had not received the flu vaccine. Dr. Steve Sack, the Secretary of the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, said they are deeply saddened by the loss of a child to influenza. Dr. Sack said, "This was a heartbreaking reminder that the flu is not always a mild illness, especially for young children and those with high-risk medical conditions." Let's do this one. Ah! Ah! If you could only see my screen. All right, let's do it. It's the last day of the year, and if you plan to go to your bank, you may wish to call ahead of time. Some banks may be closing early on this New Year's Eve. New Year's Day is a federal holiday, and banks will be closed, along with the post office. Mail will not be delivered or picked up on New Year's Day. UPS and FedEx services won't run on New Year's Day, but will return to business as usual on Friday. And the House of Representatives will return to Washington on January 6th. Good morning, Miss Cindy. Happy New Year's Eve. I was missing y'all on Monday. I was like, dang, I can finally make it. And there's no CR, but it's okay. It's okay. I can't wait to see y'all in the new year. God willing, I gotta figure out when my meetings are. But yeah. I can't wait to see y'all. And I'm still trying to get over there for breakfast, because you know you got the best pancakes around. Let me see. This one here. This one. Like this. The Dresden Senior Center will be hosting a New Year's Eve dance tonight. Tickets are $15 and dinner will be served at 6:30. with music and dancing beginning at 7:30. Ring in the new year at Dresden Senior Center. Honey, are you okay? Martin Police Chief Philip Fuqua reminds I don't think he used the right word, but reminds citizens that if they want to take the safety bus, let's try that word instead. Martin Police Chief Philip Fuqua reminds citizens that if they want to take the safety bus, they can to anywhere in the city limits of Martin.
We have an officer. And we just go from bar to bar, making a round, unless they get a call, at a residence or something, and somebody wants a ride back and forth. If you do call to get a free ride on our safety bus, we do ask that you use our regular line, which is 731-587-5355. Just refrain from calling 911. Let's leave that open in case of an emergency.
Chief Fuqua said the safety bus has helped many persons who chose to ride instead of driving after they've had a drink.
It's been a great program. We've hauled well over 2,000 people, and I believe in the history of the safety bus, there has been one person arrested. Okay. And I think he left home with the intention of being arrested, because he was really showing out and tried to tear our bus up and got into it with some other passengers. So Arrest is not our intent. It's actually the opposite. We don't want anybody to get arrested, and we absolutely don't want anybody to be injured in a wreck.
Perfect. The safety bus will run until 2 a.m. That woman, baby. Okay. More prospective candidates. More prospective candidates have been picking up a petition for a position in hopes of becoming a Weakley County elected official. Added to the list is Bobby Dunlap for a position on the county commission, Mark Mansfield for a position as road supervisor, and Scott Norris for constable of District 8. Meanwhile, petitioning to continue in her position as Register of Deeds, April Wright Jones. The deadline to qualify to be on the May ballot is February 19th. Petitions are still available for pickup. Obion County Mayor Steve Carr says 2025 has been a good year. Although the county government is ending half of its fiscal year, Mayor Carr said good things have happened over the past 12 months. Mayor Carr started with the growth and dollars being received by enhanced tourism efforts.
Continues to be a positive for us. The tourism industry has been good for Obion County, and a few years ago we appointed our Obion County Tourism Committee to oversee the funds that are generated by the hotel motel tax, or the occupancy tax. If people stay here, that money has been earmarked by the state to be used only for tourism and tourism development. You know, just recent figures that we have for 2024, we don't have 2025 yet, but in 2024, Obion County's economy benefited by over $80 million by tourists coming here. So we're glad to have people that come from outside the county to visit with us and stay overnight and obviously spend their money here. We're thankful to
Something is wrong.
We're thankful they spend their money here.
But I'll just cut and go on with my life, I guess. All right. Something is wrong. The mayor was also excited at potential new prospects for the ethanol plant in Obion.
Development for us, of course, was the sale of the ethanol plant down at Obion to have I guess about the largest company in the country or maybe the world to purchase that. That was a $170 million purchase, and so that says a lot about the operation of the existing plant there and the future of this company making that kind of investment, what they're going to do to improve and expand in the coming years. And so that was certainly a positive thing.
During the past year, the county also eliminated an ongoing problem involving mandatory record storage.
One of the things that I'm really proud of too is that I was able to get a building secured for us for our records, permanent storage of records. A lot of people don't think about the importance of our county records, but we're required by law to preserve those records, and they have to be kept in a certain environment and conditions so that they, will remain legible and to keep anything from happening to destroy them. So the challenge was to find a place that we could store the records that would be easily accessed by the officials at the courthouse when they have to pull those records, and also that it would be a building large enough to have the records for not only the present time but the future. So I was able to find a building that we could do that, and we have been in the process of getting it cleaned up and ready to use, and we're within now a few weeks of getting to occupy the building and start moving records over there.
Ending the year, Mayor Carr said the county government maintains a good financial standing and is blessed to have fiscally responsible department leaders and commissioners. Tennessee's hemp industry is changing with new state and federal policies. Beginning this Thursday, product oversight will shift to the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission, a move that brings stricter regulation, new compliance requirements, and tighter limits on what products can be sold. Hemp is used in textiles, building materials, paper biofuel, animal feed, food, and health products. I think you can hear that on the mic. I heard it. Let me see. Tennessee's hemp is used in textiles, building materials, paper biofuel, animal feed. And there was a comma there, so you got to do this anyway. That's okay. That's good. Hemp is used in textiles, building materials, paper, biofuel, animal feed, food, and health products. The new rules include manufacturing, labeling, testing, and licensing requirements, which lawmakers believe are necessary to regulate the hemp industry. That worked out. Amen. Because there was definitely a comma there. A former Dyer County jailer was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison for knowingly possessing and distributing A former Dyer County jailer was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison for knowingly possessing and distributing narcotics in the jail. Tyrell Wallace was found in possession of meth, marijuana, fentanyl, crack cocaine, and Suboxone strips inside his waistband during an administrative search on October of 2024. He confessed that he planned to introduce the narcotics to inmates in the Dyer County jail for what turned out to be the third time. Mr. Wallace was sentenced to 10 years in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Yeah, that story took me for a loop. I was like, he did what? Third time this year. A convicted murderer is seeking a new trial in the death of Holly Bobo 15 years ago. Zach Adams is asking for a new trial after a key witness recanted his testimony. Adams appeared in court earlier this week asking for a new trial in the 2011 kidnapping of Miss Bobo in Decatur County. The request centers on Jason Autry, a co-defendant who testified against Adams during the original trial 8 years ago. Last year, Autry said his entire testimony was fabricated. The jury convicted Adams and sentenced him to life in prison. The judge is not expected to rule immediately on whether Adams will receive a new trial. Miss Bobo was a nursing student at UT Martin at the time of her death. It's crazy. The Tennessee Department of Health is urging residents to take their flu shot. Flu activity is currently increasing, with Tennessee typically seeing the highest number of seasonal flu cases in January and February each year. Tennessee Health Commissioner John Dunn said the flu shot protects against severe disease and death from the virus. Flu shots are recommended for everyone from age 6 and older, with pregnant women, infants, the elderly, and those with certain medical conditions having the highest risk. Typical flu symptoms include fever, cough, congestion, and body aches that last about a week. Vaccinations are available at county health departments, medical clinics, and pharmacies. Let's do the high-speed chase first. A high-speed chase was underway in Crockett County yesterday after a driver refused to comply in a traffic stop. The suspects took officers on an almost 25-mile chase beginning on Old Jackson Road in Crockett County. Multiple police agencies joined in to assist in the capture of the suspects, including the Humboldt, Alamo, Madison County, and Gadsden Police Departments. One of the suspects even bailed out and ran while the other suspect attempted to flee in the vehicle. Once apprehended, officers discovered a duffel bag full of marijuana and a loaded gun in the vehicle. The 2 individuals were placed into custody by Humboldt Police Department. Let me see something. Right here. Right here. And see, I can hear the difference. Look.
And Gadsden Police Departments. And Gadsden Police Departments. And
we're going to take that breath out. Then we just cut.
Madison County and Gadsden Police Departments.
Okay. You see?
Humboldt Police Department. Humboldt Police Department.
Humboldt. Jackson Purchase Distillery has been honored for their environmental practices at their Hickman production facility. This month, officials with Jackson Purchase Distillery were presented the 2025 Douglas C. Griffin Environmental Sustainability Award from the Kentucky Pollution Prevention Center. The award recognizes Kentucky entities that have demonstrated a commitment to sustainability and environmental stewardship. Jackson Purchase Distillery was chosen due to sustainable practices in the distilling process. One of those is the wet cake system, which takes grain. One of those is the wet cake system, which takes grain byproduct. All right, cool. One of those is the wet cake system, which takes grain brought. You're thinking too hard, playa. One of those is the wet cake system, which takes grain byproduct and turns it into feed for local farm animals, along with recycling a majority of water used in the distilling process. The award is presented each year in conjunction with the National Pollution Prevention Week. The award is presented each year in conjunction with National Pollution Prevention Week. There you go. Let me see. Delete. The second Young Sportsman Deer Hunt will be held January 10th and 11th to conclude the 2025-26 deer season. Youth ages 6 to 16 may participate in the Young Sportsman's Deer Hunt using a gun, muzzleloader, or archery equipment, and must be accompanied by a non-hunting adult. Youth ages 6 to 9 are not required to have a license or hunter's education certification. Youth ages 10 to 12 must meet their hunter education requirements or have an apprentice license. The TWRA recommends all hunters obtain a Tennessee hunting and trapping guide. The regular statewide season ends Sunday, January 4th. Oh, and we're done with the news. Oh, and we're done with the news. This part of the news. All right, y'all. Oh, and we're done with the news. This part of the news. I still gotta do sports later, but I'm not tripping on the future. I'm gonna take it one step at a time. Yeah, all that said, please don't drive drunk tonight, y'all. I love y'all. I want what's best for y'all. And I also want to keep people who aren't drunk but are also sharing the road with you safe. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. Ask the Lord for the word of the year. I'm still waiting on mine. I think I know what it is, but I'm still waiting on mine. So, all that to say, I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon, because I might be back on here in a little bit. Have a great day.